You are now listening to the Jah and Fah Show. Jah and Fah Show. Now listening. You are now listening to the Jah and Fah Show.
Here we go. We are back. Jah and Fah Show, episode 2. Not named yet because we have to say something and then I'll think of a name later.
I do have to say, I love the names already. I know we already have one, but I had no idea what you're going to call it. It's not like we discussed it at all. I just went on. It was perfect. I thought it fit it perfectly.
Yeah, I was like sitting there and like I actually hadn't listened to it yet, so I couldn't remember any specific little funny thing we said that was small. So I was like, Coffee and Contemplation works for many reasons because there's actually a lost podcast. Me, Keith, and Liam recorded an episode of a podcast called Coffee and Contemplation, and we never did anything with it. I don't even know whose laptop or anything it would be on or anything.
Oh my God, I forgot. We did name it that. I remember the podcast. I didn't remember the name of it though. That's so funny. Yeah, and we actually reviewed the Ski Mask album at the time. It was Book of Eli, I think, or one of them.
It was Book of Eli. And it was
because we all didn't like it. We all didn't. Yeah, we all gave it like a 4.
It's such a funny thing that we can remember stuff like that, and it's like such a fucking. We did it, and we were so excited for the album, and it was so bad.
It was sad because like you said, I mean, we were all super excited, and it just stunk that he just put out this project with very blah beats. I mean, he was okay. I mean, he was Ski Mask, but like just the overall project just seemed very slapped together, just like very, whatever, don't really care. But I did like Stokely a lot better. Not that album was perfect by any means, but 100 times better than the one before.
Yeah, but it definitely has more moments where you can go back and just listen to it. Whereas, like, I don't think I've ever gone back and listened to any songs off Eli.
No. In fact, I mean, there's a couple of bangers on Stokely. Obviously, Faucet Failure being personal favorite. What's the one with Lil Yachty? It's the Cat Piss. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I wish the beat was a little better, but it's still hard.
Dude, I'm glad we're talking about music. I feel like we didn't touch on music at all last week.
Dude, I know. I agree. I feel like this podcast will be, a little music related for sure. In fact, I actually wanted to ask you if there's anyone new you've been listening to recently because, there's really hasn't been too many things coming out, right? Or is that just me? Am I just missing them?
No, I think I'm kind of there with you. I think a lot of people took the time they had during COVID and released stuff. What were you going to say?
I do want to say, and I did know this, and you said this on Friday, Brockhampton released a new album. And how was it? I haven't listened to it. I
would say it is on par with any of their best albums. Like it is, It's probably the lyrical content is great. The beats are great. The features are great. The verses are quick in and out. They hit really good. Job was really good. I feel like he took a big step up. But overall, No Amir. Without even getting into crazy specifics, I just think as a piece, it's very good.
Wow.
I've also been listening a lot to A Tribe Called Quest. That's like my big. I love them. They're just they're so positive and so
good morale,
inclusive of everyone. Literally good morale.
Dude, that's awesome. I know. I really need to find someone else to listen to. And also, while we're on music, R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah, R.I.P. DMX. A couple days ago. That's sad. The way he went out was so sad. I mean, very long battle with drugs and tough life for him, man.
For real. I will say this real quick on a positive note. I saw this video on Twitter of him on what's that podcast? I think it's The Breakfast Club. It's the one that Lil Dicky was on at the very end of his show.
Yeah.
Well, DMX was on there, and he was just roasting every rapper. And he, like, the guy's like, "So what do you think about Drake?" He's like, "Hate him. Hate how he looks. Hate how he talks." And it just sort of roasted him. And he brought up like Lil Wayne and someone else. He's like, "You know what? I just think I'm the best. Kill me. I don't care." It's like
DMX's delivery is so funny and abrasive. It's so good. Like his voice is so distinct. Like
Oh my gosh, yeah. As soon as he comes on a song, or like you hear the start of a verse, you're like, yeah, that's definitely him for sure.
Speaking
I
of
mean, he was
that,
an icon, still was.
let's get into that. Actually, I didn't. This is nothing I prepped. Let's get into that. Who is a feature that when it's if okay, I one time secret I blew Keith's mind one time. I knew there was a feature on this song, but the
Oh my
feature
God.
was unlisted. I
Yeah.
send the song to Keith. It was Big Fish, I think, by or it was at least a
No,
song
it
on Big
was
Fish by
Vince Staples.
Vince Staples. Yeah.
It
What
was
do you
Yeah
remember the
Right.
song name? Yeah, right. Oh my god.
Right.
Right. Does
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar sneak onto that song?
Sneaky sneaks into that.
Now, I actually, real quick, I'm gonna just throw my names out there. Two people. I'm going 2 Chainz and Rick Ross are my if they're on a feature, it's over. That's a great song.
I like it. I like it. So wait, am I picking my favorite person as a feature or the most identifiable on a feature? Or a little bit of both, just whatever.
I guess a little bit of both, but to me, those two, if you're paying for a feature, that song's gonna come a banger.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the most identifiable for me would be like Lil Wayne. I mean, if you hear like the lighter flick or something right in the beginning, I mean, you know it's gonna be Flames. Somebody else that is like a no-brainer when you hear them. I can't really think. I mean, I think Kendrick's pretty identifiable. Like if you hear his voice, even with all his different voices he does have, I think when you hear one of them, you're like, yeah, no, that's for sure him. Yeah, probably Kendrick, Lil Wayne. I wish Ski Mask would do more features. I know we already talked about him, but he would just ball out. Like I think if Ski did more features, I think he'd be more popular for one, and for two, I think he'd kill a nice feature. I mean, him and X's old stuff, like when Ski Mask was like the feature, he would always murder it. I wish he would do more.
I completely agree. Yeah, like I can't think of an artist in particular that I think he would feature well on, but like anyone, like he doesn't. He just needs a simple beat even, and he'll go off.
Right. I actually have an artist I would love to see a song that he'd be featured on. Is
Go
with
for it.
JID. JID featuring Ski Mask.
Oh my
I think that'd be
goodness, that would be
amazing.
so. The way their voices would intertwine.
Well, they did the double
Oh
XL
my
together.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I think they both killed that. So I think it'd be awesome if they
Back when
actually
Double
put a song
XL
together.
meant something. Now it's like fucking trash rappers, bro.
So terrible. 2016 still the best.
Oh yeah.
Dude. Quick thing about that. The 2016 double XL cipher. If you don't know what we're talking about, that's it's all like the up and coming rappers of every year. And for 2016, it was Lil Uzi, Denzel Curry, Lil Yachty, 21 Savage, and Kodak, and amongst others. But for this cipher, it was just those guys, and they put together one of the best freestyles, ciphers I've ever seen. And it's so funny, when that cipher first came out, I was really big into Lil Dicky, which I still am, but I mean, he doesn't really release anything, so it's like whatever.
It's tough.
But
It's a love-hate relationship.
he was part of that group, so I was more excited for his verse. Like the only reason why I wanted to listen to it was just to see Lil Dicky. And I remember, like, I thought his verse was cool, like it was fine. It was clearly written, but it was still hot. And I remember my friend Fish was going off about how hot like Lil Uzi, Denzel Curry, like that group was. I was like, dude, this is so trash. Like I hate every second of this. Less than a month later, what am I singing? I sent my to the store because we ran out of soda.
I sent my bitch to the store because we ran out of soda.
What?
So good. If you have not heard the 2016 Double XL Cypher featuring Lil Uzi and 21 Savage and all, you have to listen to it.
Treat yourself. Treat your
yourself.
ears.
It's
Treat
4.5
your mind.
minutes. I will say this. I don't know if Tabor will agree. Just skip over Lil Yachty, though. I do not like his freestyle. He's the only one I don't like.
I'm right there with you.
I actually purposely, I know exactly where to start and completely
finish
skip
it.
over.
Yep.
Right to when you hear the 21. I think it's perfect. It's great.
Dude, you know what? Speaking of like going back to like one particular part of the song, you know what I always do that with? Lil Dicky's freestyle on not Westwood, the other Ghostway. Was that it?
Yes. Yeah.
I always go to the Kareem line over and over again. I'll just be,
Oh.
dude, it's so good. I can't help myself.
That is one thing Lil Dicky has like perfected is going onto those like big radio shows and just kill his freestyle. Like I don't think I've ever seen a bad one, to be honest.
I think he's very media savvy, if that makes sense. Like he understands. I mean, even from the beginning, like this is gonna be a little shift of conversation here. The way he sets himself up, like from the beginning, he always said that he wanted to be more than a rapper, if you want to call him that. Like he's a comedian, and this is one of his outlets.
Right. And I don't think he ever expected to just stick with being a rapper. I mean, clearly not. Now he has a show, just wrapped up his season 2 and all that. But I mean, it stinks for the fans, I think, more so than him, because, you know, he obviously did go down the rapper outlet and people really liked him, me included. So it just stinks now that it's been like 5 years, I think, since an album,
Probably
something like that.
I'll fact check it real quick.
Yeah, please do. It could,
I
and that's
believe so.
hard. I mean, that's hard because I understand what he's doing and I respect it, obviously, but you know, just for the fans of his music, it's tough.
Wow, the Professional Rapper Tour was in 2014.
Holy, I didn't even.
Professional Rapper came out in 2015. That's 6 years ago.
Wow, we were just graduating high school.
That is crazy.
Damn. Hey, it's been a long time. And then he did release that one like little project with the Brain. I didn't even listen to it. I was like, nah. I didn't either.
It just felt too gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, it felt too like
he
is. I think he just was trying too hard because Pillow Talking did gain like that little like cult like following type of thing, which it's crazy for a lot of people because a lot of people were introduced to that song with the music video, which the music video is fantastic. But I think it was almost more fun when there wasn't a music video and you were just like imagining everything like happening. Because, you know, we did that for years. Like that music video didn't come out till a long time after the actual song.
Dude, and I think that's important with other songs too, to like put yourself in a place when you listen to music. Like that song is the art of storytelling. Like if you there's a lot of songs like that. Not necessarily everyone. I mean, there's just rap songs about bitches. Like that's what but like the people who have this craft of storytelling and where you can follow along and it's almost like a book, it's incredible.
No, it really is. And he definitely does that well. As stupid as his lyrics are, they're very like real. Like before that music video came out and he's just like laying in the bed talking to that girl. Like that's a realistic type of conversation, you know, like just to get it off the rails so quickly, like just so stupid. But no, I love Lil Dicky. If somehow he's listening to this right now, please just drop an album, at least a song, and don't make it about Earth or Freaky Friday. Like I'm no offense.
Freaky Friday. I hated
Please.
that song. Not to have hater energy, but I very much did not like that song.
No, I agree. It was definitely weak. I get what he was trying to do, but for his real fans, no way.
What are you rocking coffee wise? Perfect timing because you're taking a sip.
So I got some iced coffee today. Actually, I was gonna do some hot, but what me and Allie have been doing a lot recently is we'll make like a big pot of coffee. We don't finish it all, so then we'll just put the rest of it in the fridge. Then we just got iced coffee for the next day. So currently, I'm so upset, and I don't know the name of it. Once I find it out, I will. We just finished up the bag of beans from Allie's old job when she worked at a cafe. I think I was telling you about this last.
Yeah, you mentioned this last week.
Yeah. And the coffee's so good. And before she left, her boss gave her like a free bag of coffee beans. So we just used the rest of it. And it's just so good. So we're going to try to find it again. And once I find out the name, I'll definitely plug it in and, tell you what it is. But it's so good. Anyway, so I just have that as iced coffee. Then I got my almond creamer, a little bit of stir.
Little star. Not a big star.
Not a big. That's like a little ASMR. For viewers out there who can't see.
That was free. That was free. ASMR.
That was free. No extra dollars. But so good. And then for breakfast, actually, I just had a little bit of Raisin Bran with some almond milk.
Love to hear that.
How about you?
I actually went to Wawa, so I I went to Wawa. I got Colombian roast coffee. I got cream. No, half and half sugar. I always forget. I don't know how I always forget. But then Keith actually turned me on. I meant to mention this. He told me about it last week. The almond creamer is exquisite. Only get the Silk brand almond though, because the other ones are imposters.
They are. The Silk vanilla almond creamer. That's it. Just get that one. Don't
I like
get
having
to see
nice strong cup of coffee with that. Oh my god, it's so good.
Just quick disclaimer: do not get fooled by the fancy packaging on the other almond creamers, because that is what happened to me, and I was not happy.
How full did you get?
Hell, what fooled? Oh my god. They literally just stuck a bunch of chalk in there and just crumpled it all up and called it creamer. Terrible. Terrible. And
hate to hear that.
Well, and you know, I really pride myself, you know, when it comes to alcoholic drinks, even coffee drinks, you know, even if I don't like something, I can force it down. I can still finish it and be like, it wasn't good, but I drank it.
You accepted that you tried it at least. Like,
right. That creamer, I think I wasted the coffee. I could not put it down. It was that bad. And we're probably going to waste the creamer. I mean, I'm not using it.
And not only that, you wasted the coffee that you love that you're running out of. That's even bigger.
You know,
that
I
should
think
say how bad it is.
I might send a message over to the creators of that creamer.
Please do, and give them some constructive criticism.
And say, please, less chalk this round. Just regular cream.
Chalk.
Less chalk. So I did actually have big news. Not actually big news, but big news for me.
Big news. Let's hear it.
So, well, you know what? We're just gonna go down a little thing in memory lane of last Sunday, as soon as we finished up the podcast.
Okay, nice. So this is like a week ago to almost the minute.
Yeah. As soon as we were done, it was Easter, so a lot of things were closed. And me and Allie really wanted to go out and do something. So anyway, we didn't do anything for a long time. Played a lot of Fortnite, hung out, just kind of like hung around the house. Then finally we were like, you know what, let's go out. Let's go do something. So we go over to Home Depot, and Allie really wanted some flowers outside. But what do we walk away with? We walk away with 0 flowers, but we do walk away with a brand new lime tree. Not considering the fact that this thing might get kind of big and it's sitting out on our balcony in a pot currently. But I love this thing and I'm very excited. And I hope, I'm sure we still will be. When I get my first lime on that lime tree, I'm going to show it on the podcast because it's going to be hype. His name's Lenny.
Wait.
It's Lenny the Lime Tree. And he's thriving. He's thriving. But
how much space do you have out there?
I mean, decent, but for a whole tree, I don't know if it's enough. I mean,
what's it like? It's like 6 feet by like 3 feet out there, probably at the most, right?
Something like that. That's pretty fair.
Maybe a little longer, like
a little bit bigger, but nonetheless, a whole tree can't fit back.
Now, are you on like the top floor? Maybe that'll give you some extra room.
Mm-hmm. We could try. Well, so I was so enthralled by the fact of having a lime tree, I didn't think of like the repercussions of it. So we just kind of bought it at Home Depot. We left. We're like all happy. All of a sudden we like bring it into the balcony and I'm like, lime tree. It's a tree. This thing might get really big. So we start looking it up online. Now there's like medium-sized lime trees. If it's a medium-sized lime tree, we're golden. But then there's some like full scale lime trees. So I'm a little nervous. But hey, we're feeding him good. And hopefully he just starts getting some limes because the limes are mainly because I love Coronas, the fresh lime. That's great. And Allie's been making those bowls. There's like Chipotle type bowls. So when she makes the guac, she always likes to put some lime in there. So
that fresh lime would hit different.
Exactly. So we just thought it'd be fun. I also walked away.
I didn't think of the repercussions of getting a lime tree.
Hopefully everything works out. Hopefully it just turns to be a nice medium-sized lime tree. That's what I'm shooting for. But we also did walk away with a bamboo plant, a lucky bamboo I can never say. I call it a bamboo.
That might have to be its name.
Bamboo plant. Yeah, maybe call him Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary.
Yeah, there you go.
But so he's super hype. He hangs out with me when I stream and all usually.
Yeah, you brought it out on the stream. I was very happy to see that. Like having plants and life around you is very nice. It's refreshing in a way that you don't really understand until you start having plants.
No, right. It kind of like cleans the air in a very not literal term, but it feels good. But
no, it's like
but
mentally clearing, and it's nice to like. It's like you're checking up on something all the time, like having something to like low key do, but like not really do, but like.
Right, but it's not like a kid or something that will cry at you. It just kind of hangs out.
Mm-hmm.
And I
exactly.
like that.
Exactly.
But also, my last thing on Sunday, after we purchased these trees and plants, we didn't know what to do because again, it was Easter and everything was closed. So we ended up heading over to Disney Springs, which was open.
Nice.
Super crowded. And we honestly just went there just to kind of walk around, just to get out of the house. We ended up getting pretty hammered while we were
nice,
there.
Man.
Completely by accident. But we ended up having a great Sunday. And it just ended up being one of those days like, we kind of went to bed that night and we were like, man, it ended up being a really fun day today. And it was. And it all started off with the podcast. Exactly. So it was a good day.
It's nice when like oh, you're good. Drop a little phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. It's nice when like days where you're not expecting to necessarily like where you don't have something planned. Like you guys just threw something together, you ended up there, and then you just started drinking, and then you had a great time. And at the end of the day, you're like, holy fuck, that day passed by in a blink of the eye.
I know. And it's a cheesy cliche, but like, I do believe, the more fun you're having, man, the faster time goes. It happens. It really does. Because an hour worth of work is not the same of an hour worth of doing something you like really enjoy. You know what I mean?
Completely agree. Yeah. This feels like the blink of an eye. Like you literally you blink and 45 minutes passes.
No, exactly. It's sickening. It's sickening to me.
It is, man.
But how was your Sunday?
It was what did I do?
Did you do anything?
Sunday? I highly doubt I did anything. If I did anything, it was probably golf, but I cannot remember.
Okay.
I was golfing all week this week. Need a little
nice.
break now.
Yeah.
My back's a little tight. Little mentally it's a little mentally taxing golfing 6 days in a row. So give it a little break this week.
How'd you do?
I played pretty well this week. Now, let me bring some good morale into this. Now, not only did I actually shoot really well on Wednesday, I shot a 101, which is my best so far. Yesterday, thank you, golf clap. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yesterday, I was honored to be included in a prestigious event. I was invited to play in the Crescent Invitational, which is Ryan Smith, Dean Troilo, Sean McPherson, and now myself play at Crescent, and we get absolutely shit-faced.
Oh my god!
Like it was bad.
This already happened.
This was yesterday, literally. So I'm fresh. Yeah, nothing happened to me last Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get invited to this thing, and they've been doing it for a couple years now. But not that I revolutionized this, but I wanted to do something fun, being that I'm the fourth person that got included in this. There's 4 people in a golf group, so I went to the thrift store before around yesterday, and I bought the ugliest suit jacket I could physically find.
Oh my!
Because like when you win the Masters, you're supposed to get the green jacket.
Right,
dude. It's the most ugly thing that I've ever seen. I wanted it so bad, more than anything in the world. I got way too drunk. Did horrible. No. But I had a great time. Great time. Good. Dude, it was a minimum. You had to have a beer every 3 holes, had to finish it. And I had a 6-pack before.
Before you started?
Yes.
Jeez.
And then we had a fireball shot on hole 15.
Who ended up winning?
Ryan Smith went home with the jacket.
Hey,
he looked good in it. It fit, like, has really big shoulder pads. The jacket, it actually fits in pretty well. My dad tried it on
Hey.
before I left, and he kind of looked like Tony Soprano.
Good old Stan, man. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, it was a good
I love
time.
it.
Now there's another small rule that is you have to we were drinking Coronas all day. That's the drink.
Perfect.
You have to drink Coronas on the course.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. It was a great time.
I would definitely fit in. I'm not good at golf, but I would fit in the Corona category.
Oh yeah. Crescent Invitational is a huge vibe.
Let me ask you this. I think I already know the answer. You're a big mini golf guy too, as well.
Yeah, I used to love doing it on the boardwalk and shit, man. Like that's like all you like when we go to Wildwood every year or whatever, get drunk and then somehow meander over to the mini golf.
I have to tell you, I don't know if you know this. We have a mini golf place right down the street from us, like
Really?
literally walking distance. It's so close that we hear them, and it's always popping, and it looks so nice. They have like this huge volcano thing. I keep saying to Allie, like we need to go.
You haven't gone yet?
Mm-mm.
You got to go, man.
I was maybe considering trying today, but it's looking a little crappy outside. So we might wait until next week. I really wanted to go with some friends because, we could, just have some drinks and literally walk there. It's right there. So,
dude, we need to talk off pod, but I need to get down there, man.
Dude, please.
Little sneeze guy?
It was more, thank you. Well, it wasn't a sneeze. I'm just, all of a sudden, I just felt a little congested.
Yeah, that happens, man.
But no, please do. Please make your way down here at some point. I mean, we're trying to get everyone down. I was just actually talking to Fish, quick little thing about it, about him coming down because he might be getting a job soon. So I said, dude, you got to come down here before that happens. I know.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of, if you are unfortunately unemployed, like you got to use the time to your benefit. It sucks, but like it's you feel guilty at times because you have so much time if you don't do anything with it. But doing things like that, using your time and seeing your friends is critical.
Absolutely. Especially now, hate to say it, but we're all getting a little older. We all got our own lives, man. It's, it's tougher and tougher. It's like when you're growing up, you hear your parents say like, oh, you're not gonna be able to see your friends as much when you're older. Life gets in the way, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, nah, it won't happen. That does.
It happens quick.
It does. There's no warning.
No, you're totally
Nothing.
right.
But let me see. I did write down some notes actually.
Yeah, please do. I actually you do that, and I got to see how long in it we are.
Oh yeah.
If I can, you can you talk. I'm searching like an
hour. Well, just one thing I did want to discuss a little bit was our Friday night shenanigans.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't know, we do stream the Morale Zone every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, and
it's a wonderful time.
Wonderful. Shout out Outlaw Jim if you watch this. I hope you get this far in the pod. But great guy.
Great guy. I love every time he pops up. Great morale.
Great morale, and that's the main thing. Actually, I want to say another thing about the stream too, but the shenanigans on Friday were crazy. I think Friday night always gets a little out of hand, and that's okay. That's okay.
It happens, man.
I feel like if there was any day for it to get out of hand, Friday would be the day.
Well, now it's come to the point where I assume, like, okay, so Monday Keith doesn't really drink; he plays his solo game. Wednesday, you might be able to convince him if on a win, have a shot or something. I don't know. Friday, I'm assuming every the breeze blows into Keith's house, and he's like, "Oh, I got to take a breeze shot," and he throws a shot down.
Hey man, my biggest fear is always walking away and being like, man, I really didn't drink all that much. But it's always my biggest fear.
I just assume Friday is your complete outlet to just get blitzed. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Well, I have to be honest with you. The last couple Thursdays, we've had a low key routine. This is like not in stone or anything, but I'll call Fish. Nice. And Fish will just be pounding some shots, and I'll say, I'll take one with you. Well, that one turns into like 3 at least. And I don't know. On Thursdays, we've just been like having long conversations, just kind of drinking. Allie will be playing Fortnite in the background or whatever. Super chill. And Friday's like the main attraction.
Fridays
But-
get out of hand fast, man.
But they are fun. And I always love when you come onto the stream and you act shocked that you're on the stream. I
That's
should
my
be
favorite.
the one. I should be the one saying no way because I had no idea you were coming on. But you come on and say no way.
No way. There's no
Why
way.
are you shocked,
I'm always so surprised just to be there.
dude? And yeah, I also wanted to let you know, be on the lookout because the Morale Zone is going to be having a very special giveaway soon.
Ooh,
Got something
teaser.
planned.
Love to hear
Teaser.
that.
And
Love
I,
to
you know,
hear that.
I do hope the Jah and Fah pod get a little giveaway. I don't know
Yeah.
what yet.
We
think
actually
of
need to
something.
hit up Purple Moose
Purple
because we
Moose.
need a logo because it looks pathetic when I go on YouTube and it's just a stupid pink J.
Yeah, you know what? I meant to hit her up, and that's on me. But
No.
but-
It's I didn't mean it in a way. Like I just
no. I'll hit her up as soon as we're done. And like, do you have any ideas? You just want it to be like our faces, just kind of like
Yeah,
hanging.
I really don't care at all.
Yeah. Send me like a picture of you, to use as reference, and I
Nice.
can send her that. And then, I mean, she has probably enough pictures of me because she's already done stuff like that for me. But I can definitely send another one. And yeah, we can get a logo. We already got the theme song going, so that's all good.
I love it.
Speaking of which, a little Jah and Fah promo. I was gonna put together a little video or something, or actually just use the intro you already did, and start promoting, the intro and just the podcast and whole. On,
Yeah,
little
it's
TikTok
smart.
and stuff like that. So, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm super excited, to see. I hope this podcast lasts because I know we've started some in the past and like they've kind of gone for a little and stopped or whatever. But this feels right. This one feels good.
This feels right too, man. I feel like we got some momentum here to start our second. We had 7 listeners and they were all from word of mouth. We don't have any promotion or anything yet. It was just telling people. AB said she loved it. So if AB's also listening this far somehow, shout out AB.
Rumor has it AB wants to be a part, right? Or something.
Yes, I'm very excited to say that. We're eventually gonna have a lot of features on this. That's like, I almost want to just have like our friends on, and I'm just telling everyone just bring one story, have one in your back pocket, and they're gonna just bullshit like this with us, and they'll have a story to tell at some point.
I'm gonna speak this into existence. Obviously, I want every single one of our friends on the pod at some point. I want a very low key famous person on here. And when I say low key, it can be very, very low key. I want like a D-list celebrity on the show at some point.
That would be awesome.
Like, I don't know who that would be, but like even like if someone who's just popular like in the Philly area or something,
like a local legend to us.
Yeah, like Uncle Lou.
Would he take the time out of his day to get on?
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing anything. I can fit you in right between O and what do you say?
No, you know who my mind instantly went to though?
I'm curious.
You ever seen in Jersey? Maybe you might not have, or you don't remember. There's always like the one real estate agent that puts his face all over the place, dude. What's the dude in Jersey's name? Why am I stumping on it now?
The one real estate guy. Like on billboards or like?
Yeah, dude, he's got his face. I think it's like Ron Sells New Jersey or something, dude. His fucking
that's who you
face
want?
everywhere. Yeah, like some bozo like that. Where like, it's like, why is he on our podcast?
No, you know what? That's a good point. I want our first non-friend guest to be someone who everyone's like, why is this guy on?
Yeah,
Or this
literally.
girl? But we'll definitely have to discuss. We'll definitely have to do some podcasts. Get a little momentum going, and I mean, screw it. We'll write up an email, send it to a few people or something.
We can get someone.
See what happens. I mean, I know this is very, very, very far fetched, but it would be crazy if we could somehow finagle, like maybe a bench player from the Sixers or something.
I would
Like
love
down
that.
the road, like Shake Milton,
Something like that.
Furkan.
Dude, I wonder what I mean, I feel like it might just be. I mean, like, it sounds simple and also very hard, but like you could probably each of these people probably has a PR person that we can reach out to.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's just
The
a
worst
matter
we can
of
hear
just,
is no.
exactly. Or just not get a response and you try again. But, I think the key to it is, looking as professional as possible. Just like with everything set up. I mean, obviously we already got our stuff on Spotify and stuff, so that's great. And just, when we write our email, just be like, hey, this is hey.
There'll
But
be
that'd
an
be super
instant.
hyped.
It would
For
be.
sure. But no, I'm super hyped. So we definitely got to discuss doing that. But obviously, that's down the road.
Yeah,
I
man.
think these little Jah and Fah, strictly Jah and Fah podcasts are very needed, though. To
Oh,
start
yeah.
the pod.
Dude, and they're therapeutic in a way, dude. This is fucking great hopping on here, fetting for fucking an hour or so, or wherever,
Dude,
however long it takes us.
I know. And, I was trying to look this week to see if there's any kind of like, I don't know, like any kind of crazy like drama going on like in the world, anything like that. Cause I would love to bring stuff like that into the pod too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything this week, but I will be on the lookout because there's always stuff going on.
You know what I wish we were? I wish we were on a few weeks ago because I was obsessed with the Suez Canal thing. You see, the big cruise ship got stuck in the Suez Canal, or not cruise ship. It was it was a cargo ship, biggest one in the world. Yeah. Oh, you didn't see anything about this?
No,
dude.
I didn't.
Just look up Suez Canal after you're done this. I'm telling you.
Did it get out?
They're still like trying to unlodge it. It got stuck. The canal is only 70 feet deep, and it's strictly just to move boats through. It's so you don't have to go around Africa or some shit. It would take you an extra 2 weeks or some shit. I don't know these exactly, but they're some shit. It takes some amount of time.
Right.
The biggest cargo ship in the world was going through, and it like slowly and narrowly kept like being too close to the edge, and it just went too far to the right and then got stuck. So it was like 30 feet under dirt. So they had to dig out underground and then tug the boat out. It's crazy, man.
Jeez, no, I did not hear anything about
and
this.
It's still not out. They moved it like 2 inches yesterday, and they were like celebrating like a motherfucker.
Oh my god, no. I had no idea. I'll definitely look that up. That sounds super interesting. I do hate to say, I feel like I'm not too what's the word? I'm not as involved like with news as I used to be. I feel like I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like that kind of happened just because a lot of stuff that was in the news for a while was very like political type of things. Yeah. And I was just so like just sick of seeing all that type of stuff that I just kind of like really like, I don't know, kind of shunned me away because like back in college and all, I took like a lot of classes like, like journalism, like stuff like that. So like they would always say like, keep up on the latest stuff, like always read up, and I would. But I've definitely been slacking, but I would love to get back into it for sure.
To me, I just like I'm up on it because I'm up on Reddit, but also it's like every fucking headline you look at is so depressing. I mean, literally every fucking headline. It's just like fucking. It's crazy that you're almost numb to it because it happens every fucking day. Just you see horrible news. But let's not talk about bad morale. That's bad morale.
No, because this is the Jah and Fah.
Yeah,
and we have great morale.
Only. Yeah, this is like the cousin of the morale zone.
Yeah, a distant cousin. No, a close cousin. Yeah. We're like first cousins. But no, and I hope everyone loved the intro. It sounds like it got a lot of good positive reviews.
Big time.
I literally made that I think the following day after our first podcast.
Yeah. It was great, man.
It was tough. I was struggling for a minute. Not like struggling, but like I had a couple ideas. I was like, this is all right. This is all right. I was like, but I just need like some lo-fi mixed with like some stupidness.
Dude, it came out so good. What is the second or the first or second clip? I think it's me. Do I yell who or something?
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that clip, it sucked. I think that was the clip because as you're saying who, I scream over. So I had to like cut them up a little bit to kind of separate them. But it was so hard because we're both, because like it's not like I'm a lot lower, you're a lot lower than me. We're both just screaming at each other. So it definitely made it
That's
difficult.
great.
But it worked out. I mean, it sounded good. It was fun. I did that all while I was at work.
Love that. Love that.
So I think it was like a slow day or something. So I just like had the time to like whip up a quick beat for that.
That's perfect.
And I just wanted to make sure it was done because I was excited to put the stuff out. So
me too, man. These will come out every Monday. It's seeming
for
like.
sure.
Yeah.
Every Monday. I like that. That's actually good to know. I wasn't sure. Also, I should probably know this information. Where can we find the podcast besides Spotify and YouTube?
The podcast actually is available everywhere. It is anywhere you will get podcasts. If you search Jah and Fah, you will find our not yet picture, but our picture.
Yeah. Picture coming soon.
It's actually kind of crazy because Tap In, the other podcast that I do, that has like 10 subscribers and like we have like 200 channel views so far or so, like or 150 or some shit. If you search Tap In or whatever, it doesn't show up. If you search Jah and Fah, this shows up first thing.
Hey, go figure. I actually wanted to ask you, where did you get your logo for your other podcast?
Actually,
was that just someone made?
Ryan's girlfriend, Gab made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was nice. That's why I was asking. It looked cool.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Ryan was just like, Gab can make it, and she did it in like an hour.
Jeez, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And are we gonna have the Moose do ours?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I got a question. See what you do.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was gonna ask if I feel like we're just gonna kind of let her do her thing, but is there any kind of aesthetic that you want? Because like when I had her make mine for the Morale Zone, I say like kind of 90s.
I like that. Aesthetic. I like that, man.
I didn't know if you wanted one or just
cool
kind of
whatever.
Her. Yeah. I mean, I feel like our theme song or like our intro doesn't really hold us to any kind of specific theme, you know?
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty open for anything. So maybe I'll just kind of say, hey, maybe just create these in cartoon version, just have fun with it. Just see what happens.
I'm with that. I'm sure.
I don't care if it looks weird, like in a way.
I want it
like a little
weird.
like strange,
Yeah. We're gonna talk about some strange shit.
For sure. I know. And as we keep going, I do want to have some more segments.
Dude, me too. Well, speaking of segments, we actually don't have to cut because I guess they're giving me more time right now. But I have a what, dude?
Huh?
What? All right, are you ready?
So can you explain the what dude segment as a quick second?
That would make sense. So we're gonna do this segment. It's called What Dude? Basically, it's just gonna be we bring up a little fact or something. That's about it. For
the record, Taver has a fact. I have no idea what it is. So it's gonna be new for me as it is for you guys as well.
And this is a side fact. This is free. Keith didn't know he created this, and he said that we should do this last week.
This is also very true.
Okay. Are we ready for the what, dude?
Yeah.
What, dude? Did you know that there are only 2 states in the United States of America able to grow coffee plants? Did you know that?
No.
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
It's Hawaii and California, and that's it.
That they're allowed to, or that can, or?
I think that they're able to.
They're able to. Okay.
Now, Puerto Rico also grows it, but it's not a state. It's a U.S. territory. But that I saw that, and that was incredibly interesting. Now, it does also say that there are 2 experimental coffee growing projects taking place in Santa Barbara, California, and also Georgia. So it seems like it really needs to be a warm climate and probably moisture.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea what goes into making coffee or growing beans, anything like that. But that is very interesting. Only 2 states. It's crazy to think, I don't know if this is an over-exaggeration, but I would say most Americans drink coffee for the most part.
For sure. It's got to be I would imagine it's in the top 20 selling things in the United States day to day. Like everyone wakes up and goes get coffee.
Right. I mean, it's a nice routine. I mean, I think coffee is the one thing I can really say, I'm addicted to. I love coffee. I could drink it all day.
So good.
It's so good. But dude, that was a nice what-to fact. I hope you
Yeah.
continue with the facts.
Oh yeah.
That-
No, you bring one next week.
No, never.
No.
No,
All right,
I'll definitely bring some.
I got one last question for you. Then, if there's anything else, you bring it up. But after that, I'm tapped.
Okay.
I have a shirt on right now.
Oh yeah.
It's Sam's Pizza. What is your favorite pizza on the Wildwood Boardwalk?
My favorite pizza on the Wildwood Boardwalk.
Do you have a preference? You're
I
usually
can't-
sloshed when you're there.
Yeah, I know. I can't say I have a preference, but I will say on the Ocean City Boardwalk, I used to love Big Slice, which AKA is me as well.
Wow. Did you, is that where you got it from?
Yeah, I actually got the nickname Big Slice because I was there. I was on the boardwalk with my Uncle Jim, you know him, and my dad and all.
Yeah, of course.
And there's Big Slice, and my Uncle Jim went, "That's you, Keith. You're Big Slice." Literally, just like that. And we went in, we ate, we had a big slice of pizza. And ever since then, that has been my username for like everything.
Dude, I
always
love
been Big Slice.
where that story went. I love where that story went.
Yeah, it's a true fact. So if you ever see any Big Slice for, I think I'm Big Slice on like Twitter and TikTok and literally
Big slice till you
everywhere.
die, man.
Yeah, that's why. And that was years ago. I was probably 14, maybe 15. Because before that, here's a fun fact. Before that, what was my go-to username? I feel like Tabor, you might be able to guess it.
You're
Maybe
going
not.
to tell me, and you're going to tell me, and I'm going to be kicking myself, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Before I was Big Slice, I always went by Red Monkey.
Yep. I remember that was your AIM name, right?
My AIM name, and I still have an email open. Red Monkey
Wow.
123.
Love that.
Yeah.
My AIM name was Baseball Kid J Rod because I liked A Rod a lot at that time.
But you were J Rod.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. Have you been watching any baseball this year?
Yeah. We took.
Well, but-
I haven't been
yeah.
watching as much, but we talked a little bit about it last week.
Yeah,
it's been good. I actually, to go like a little bit outside of baseball, even with the question of baseball, I've been watching Ken Burns' baseball documentary. Have you ever heard of
Really?
that? Like Ken Burns'
No.
documentary director, and it's really good. It's about just how like baseball is very connected to life, and going out and like enjoying a game of baseball with someone is it's a very American thing to do, as stupid as that
Yes.
sounds. Like, no, it's just like hanging out with your friends, enjoying the game. Like, you can
Right.
call it boring if you want, but like,
Yeah.
being there with your friends is the part you're supposed to enjoy. The baseball is just supposed to be an entertainment every couple minutes.
Exactly. The baseball is there as almost like a background in a way. It's like you said, it's there to be with your friends. And I mean, most stadiums nowadays have so much you can do within. It's just
Mhm.
like,
I compared
it's
it
fun sit
to
there, but
I compared it to golf. Like you golf, you can go out there and be stressed, but you're out there to have fun with your friends ultimately.
right. And that's what we're all about here on the Jah and
Yeah,
Fah Show.
exactly. Good morale.
Also, real quick, just to throw that question back at you, what is your favorite pizza place on the Wildwood Boardwalk?
I rep Sam's honestly, but if
Sam's?
I don't know, man. There's some good spots like Harry's Hot Spot. That's a good place. I'll basically eat a slice of pizza anywhere, and honestly, if you go, there's like dollar slices on the boardwalk. Those are
course.
just as good as anything else.
They are. No, they are. Speaking of which, you just got me really excited for Wildwood at the end of July. And I do hope we're still doing podcasts then because we'll really be able to dissect that. I think that'll be fun.
I have already been thinking about us like periodically doing like segments throughout us being there. So we'll have like one full pod at the end. We'll keep doing like 15-minute clips.
Oh my gosh, that'd be fantastic.
Or something like that. And we'll keep bringing people in maybe. I don't know. Like,
yeah. That would be a disaster. Well, what we should do is we should do like 15-minute clips, but then get together like this and do an actual podcast and maybe like listen back or like fit those in between. And then we can just be like, geez, man, that was horrible.
I fucking love that idea.
That'd be fun. But that's down the road. That's what is the month? It's April. Jeez. Yeah.
It's coming up. You
3
got
months
anything
away.
else, man?
Dude, I think that's all I got today. You know, I'm finishing up my second cup of coffee, probably gonna get another one. And yeah, I think I'm gonna work on some music and do some Round Zone things for the rest of the day.
Love to hear that.
How about you? You got anything going on?
I'm gonna watch soccer. The game started like 10 minutes ago, but it's no biggie. I mean, other than that, I'm just gonna play Xbox.
Nice. Dude, sounds good.
Easy day.
Well, you know what? I'm happy the microphone sound a lot better today. Makes me feel, good that we'll have some good quality.
It sounds so much better today.
Good. And yeah, man. Podcast number 2 for the Jah and Fah Show is a wrap.